Hey everybody, how's it going? Travel Man Dan here, and well, we're still in quarantine, so I'm bringing you my character, Reading Man Dan. Alright, get ready for a fun episode. So, whether you're in kindergarten or you're an adult, I promise this is going to be a lot of fun. All you gotta do is sit back, relax, and watch as I read you the story, Spring Song. Yeah! Let's go check it out. Okay guys, yeah, so here we are, another day in quarantine, can't go out, can't travel around, but that's okay. We're making the best of it, we're making our pivot, we're creating content, we're going ahead and we're adding value to this channel by reading stories to children. So, sit back, relax, and let's get started on today's story. We are going to be reading the Spring Song. Okay, check out the cover. Couple of baby rabbits there with their mother, I'm assuming, and this book was written by Barbara Seuling and illustrated by Greg Newbold. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. Alright, here we go. Spring Song. Ooh, right away I like the opening frame. Some nice little white flower trees with a little creek going down a waterfall. Pretty cool. Check that out. Definitely like that first image. There it is, as most children's books do. A special appreciation and thank you from usually the author and the illustrator. So let's go ahead and read it out loud. It says, "For Gigi, who came across the world to bring spring into many lives, BS." And I'm assuming BS stands for Barbara Seuling. And the other one says, "For William, with thanks to Mom and Dad for that first set of paints, GN." And that would be Greg Newbold. And that's kind of cool. He's basically thanking his parents who probably got him his very first set of paints when he was a child, which then inspired him throughout his imagination and his gift to be an artist. And then now look at here, he's got himself a full book called Spring Song, and we're about to get into it. Sit back and here we go. Alright, ooh, wow, look at that. That is beautiful. First page. Wow. When the snow melts and rushes down the mountainside, what does the black bear do? Wow, look at this picture. Oh my, that is amazing. That definitely looks like the Sierra Nevadas, Yosemite. Look at the giant mountains right there with all the snow coming down and they're melting and they're running through the stream. Okay, check it out. You got the red flowers that are now in bloom. But let's find out what the black bears do. Wakes up to greet a swimming treat. "Ah, get over here. I'm gonna eat you." Look at the bear. He's about to grab this little trout right here and have himself something to eat. Look at that. That is a scary looking bear, and the fish looks him dead in the eye and is frightened and is scared to all heck as he's about to get grabbed from this water and well, you know what's next. Alright, ooh man, look at that. Right there, that's Travel Man Dan's dream. Check that out. Alright, when the sun warms the hard ground and makes it soft, what do moles do? Ooh man, beautiful, right? Check it out, we got the farmer, okay, the birds, farming guy. He's basically tilling the soil with his tractor. He's going over near his barn, and let's go find out what happens when the ground is soft. Where do the moles go and what do they do? Whoa! Dig a new row of tunnels below. Oh, wow, that is awesome. Look at all these little tunnels that the moles are digging. Check that out, guys. Look at that. That's underneath the tree. You can see the roots of the tree, but then you can see all the moles. Check it out. There's a mole. There's a mole. Over here must be where they sleep because there's like a little bedding area. That's pretty cool, man. Look at that. It's like a whole nother city down in there. That's a whole different little environment. I remember this one time I was in Vietnam in this small little jungle town called Cu Chi, and it was all these tunnel people, and they basically built all these crazy tunnels, much like the moles, for up to 60,000 people to be living underground, and really crazy. And Yeah, just check that out. That's what happens when the ground is soft. The moles go digging. When breezes stir the air in woodland burrows, what do striped skunks do? Skunks. Let's see what the skunks do. But first, let's take in this beauty, right? Okay, this is another continuation of the first picture we see, as we can see the flowing creek and tiny little waterfalls gushing water down on the rocks. And then you got the blossoms of the white cherry trees just kind of in full bloom as spring has just entered. Let's go ahead and find out what the skunks do. They leave their den to roam again. There's good old Stinky. The skunk. Look at him. Check him out. Actually, skunks are really quite cute and beautiful little animals and little creatures. You just don't want to get too near them, because if they spray you, you'll end up stinking. Does anybody know how to get the smell of a skunk off of them? As spring blossoms, the skunk comes out of its little den to roam around, to look and to go find some food, maybe just wander around the forest, or maybe he's just looking for someone to drop a stink bomb on, huh? When tall reeds grow across the marshy wetlands, what do bullfrogs do? Wow, look at that! The marshy wetlands. That's pretty cool. Giant trees growing out of these like wetland areas. It's almost like it's a lake which is really low on water, and it's got a bunch of lily pads in it and all kinds of crazy activity going on in there. But let's find out what the bullfrogs do. Hey, croak the night long their mating song, but was just kidding. You guys remember that one? I think that was right before What's Up? Great campaign. Anyway, check out the bullfrogs. Check them out. They're looking pretty sweet. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Okay, they're just croaking along on their lily pads, having a good time, relaxing. I love this right here. Okay, it gets all big and basically blows up like a little ball on their gullet right here, on their throat. Pretty interesting. When buds appear on the cottonwood trees, what do eagles do? Look at this. Another beautiful picture of the cottonwood trees. You got the mountains in the background. You got beautiful clouds. Then down below you got this nice lake or river cutting through. Just look at that picture. Isn't that a beauty? That is an awesome job done by Greg Newbold. It's a good thing Greg's parents got him them set of paints, man, because he is quite talented. They build a high nest where newborns will rest. Wow, look at that. Okay, so guessing by the picture, I'm guessing this is a male eagle coming back with the sticks as he's building the nest, and this is mommy eagle, and she's about to well, give birth to a newborn baby eagle. Check that out. That's what goes on in the springtime for eagles. They go ahead and they build their nest and they give birth so that a new eagle could fly about the skies. America! Dun-dun. All right. When new grass grows in the sunny meadows, what do rabbits do? Wow. Look at this beautiful picture. And down here you got the barn. You got a little silo. I mean, this is Travel Man Dan's dream. I know right now I live in the city, and I live, well, I live right in the crunch of it, and it's pretty congested, but I have dreams of living in maybe, say, Fillmore or Santa Paula on a farm somewhere, or probably down on Route 16 in the southern tier of Western New York. Yeah, check this out, man. What a beautiful picture. Okay, nice countryside. You got stuff starting to come into bloom here and starting to grow. Up here you got a little bird hanging out on the fence. Just a really cool picture. But let's find out what the rabbits do. Hop all over in the clover. Wow, check it out. All right, which is also the cover. All right, if we take one quick look at the cover, we see the rabbits who are hopping in clovers, and well, if we see right here, zoom in, look his little buck teeth, and he's got a 3-leaf clover in his mouth. Really cool. And that's what's going on with the rabbits right there in springtime. They're hopping around in the clover field, enjoying themselves, having a good time. When cocoons burst, open and release their prize, what do people do? Oh man, check that out. So the cocoons, all right, they're all wrapped up. What goes on? You see in this picture right here, we got a caterpillar, and then he cocoons himself on the roses, and over here we got some type of sunflower in the meadow. Oh, beautiful. Check that whole scene out right there. Let me zoom in on the caterpillar. Okay, and the cocoon. See the cocoon, see the caterpillars, the roses. It is springtime now, and this person right here is ready to get off of this quarantine and go start getting out in the fresh air, getting amongst the people, and just being around, nature again. So let's see what goes on in this book. And that's exactly what's going on. They come out to cheer, for spring is here. Yeah, check it out. Okay, so the cocoons have hatched, and they've turned into all these beautiful butterflies, and we got a couple of kids running around catching them. Yeah, just a really fun time. Spring is here. This is the spring song. Check it out. Look at all those beautiful colors. Before, that was an old dirty cocoon, a sack of caterpillars. Now it has flourished, and it is butterflies flying around as the children are playing. It is springtime. We can't wait to get out there and be amongst the butterflies in the fields in nature, and get outside of quarantine and well, just enjoy the springtime. And that is the end. There it is, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the spring song book. It was a heck of a book, and well, it kind of brings back all the memories that spring brings us. As we sit here in quarantine, no matter where you are in the world, things are starting to warm up a little bit. Flowers are starting to blossom. On the regular, people are starting to get out and be a little more active. But unfortunately, here in the United States, we're still in some sort of lockdown, right? We can't get out, and we can't go and do the things that we normally do every spring. So reading this book really brought back kind of that feeling of what spring's all about. The fresh flowers and the animals scurrying about and doing their things after they've been in hibernation. And then the things that are changed, and going from cocoons to butterflies. And then you get out of your winter clothes and you get out in the field and you start running around. Just a really fun book to read. Once again, the author's name is Barbara Seuling, and it is illustrated by Greg Newbold. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like what I'm doing and you haven't already, could you go ahead and hit the sub button right there, ring the bell, give me a like, put a comment down below. Let me know what you liked about this book, if you've ever read it before, or well, if you just want to say hi. And if you could, please go ahead and share this video. Put it anywhere you want. I appreciate that. And if you're interested in buying some Travel Man Dan merch, down in the description there is a link that will take you to my Teespring store. There you can purchase shirts, hoodies, socks, and coffee mugs. But be sure to send me a picture of when you get your merchandise so that I can personally thank you for going ahead and supporting me and my channel. Well, that's going to do it for us today, and I hope you really enjoyed the spring song book. It was a lot of fun, and it brought back a lot of good memories. And don't worry, we're going to be all out there pretty soon. So be safe, be well. I hope that you saw something cool and interesting and learned something new, maybe about what moles do or what happens to cocoons when they hatch. But most of all, I hope you are inspired to maybe read this book yourself, or go ahead and listen to this video one more time. Whatever you do, I hope you enjoyed it. Spring song was a good time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Travel Man Dan, aka Reading Man Dan, and remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it.